Hey guys, how are you? Ishai Breslauer here. Hope all is well. So what's going on really? What's going on with the markets? Are we seeing some decline? Are we seeing trouble? Are we seeing a winter, as we call it? A lot of places are writing about this. A lot of articles we see around this. And the facts are there. The facts are there. First of all, the Bloomberg U.S. REIT index fell. It got almost to 4%. This is unprecedented. We're already talking about something big. A lot of things are happening right now that are worrisome, I would call it. One of them is, first of all, the known thing is about hospitality. We talk about it for a long time. We spoke about it many times. Hilton, Marriott are down. Marriott is almost down 7%. That is something expected, okay? That is something expected because of everything that happened to the hospitality industry and tourism and everything got hit heavily. And the REITs that are holding those stocks are really in trouble, and that is something expected. The big question, also another thing that is really expected, is CMBS problems and issues that are all related to hospitality and retail. These are things, all those are expected, all those are well known. We all know about these things. These are not news. These are known facts, okay? Now, the big question is what is happening with residential multifamily? That is a huge question because on one hand, we see Zillow going up in value. On the other hand, we see what's happening to the market. That multifamily is becoming more and more popular due to the fact that everybody's running towards them, warehouses, and also towards industrial. One thing about residential and multifamily that we have to really be aware of. And that is a major thing, okay? On January the 1st, the first quarter of 2021, I think it's the first quarter, this whole thing of the postponed evictions that could not take place until that point will start to take place unless the government will jump in and will postpone it even more. Stimulus packages, what is going on with that? Is that coming in? Is that not coming in? There are many problems for all these guys, for all these lawmakers to come together and to actually get it done, okay? The one thing that we are experiencing that is crazy is if really residential, multifamily, okay, is going to go into a spike in evictions, and that's what everybody's afraid of. We don't know what will be post-elections. We don't know what will be during the elections. We don't know what will be the results. What is that going to be? And everybody's talking about this. But what will be, that's the big question. That's major. What is going to happen if all these evictions are going to take place and there's not going to be another, push for that, okay? And if that's not going to be dealt with, what are we going to do with them? What are we going to do with that? And that's a major issue. Again, the first quarter of 2021 will be something major that we'll have to determine what's going to happen. And just talking about COVID for a second, this is crazy what's going on because we went through this COVID thing. Finally, New York came out of it and went back to normality in a way. Okay, it's not even if you could call it normal, okay? But went back to normality in a way, and now that we're back to life, as we call it, we're experiencing this insanity that is going back, is spiking back in Europe. I'm in Israel right now. In Israel, we are experiencing crazy things going on here. So this is something that it will come back. It's coming back to certain areas in America. It will come back in other places in America. And this is something that we have to deal with. This is not a simple thing. And we are feeling it already, and we're going to feel it even more. And that's why the markets are already reacting to that. Another thing that I want to talk about is that a lot of people that buy stocks from REITs, and that's why the stock market is jumping with that, all that stuff. But that is important to talk about, that a lot of people who buy stocks and REITs are not pros in real estate. They don't really understand commercial real estate markets. And many of those guys, they just hear the news and then they follow along. It doesn't mean exactly if a certain area, a certain property, or certain things performing, underperforming, and all that stuff. And therefore, deals can still be found. For professionals, if you can find a deal, that's awesome. Okay? It's not easy to find deals nowadays, but we're still looking. Everybody's looking for deals. So you guys take care of yourself. Have a beautiful day.